Hey everyone, how's it going? It is I, the real Randy Chavez, coming at you today with a Veve OMI update video. Guys, if you're new, welcome. For not, welcome back. I love y'all. Everyone say hello to Dashi. Hello, Dashi. Commenting, liking, and subscribing is a free way to help support the channel. Non-free ways are Patreon and smashing that super thanks button down below. And become a member. Get all those perks, and then raythax.eth domain name. So we will start off with OMI today. Remember a couple weeks ago, I did a video talking about Luke Skywalker and how I'm all super awesome, impressed, and very bullish on these Star Wars NFTs that are coming out? Well, I still am, but in that video, I had mentioned that my new whale that I've been advising had, I think, like 1.2 million OMI. Now he has over 11 million OMI. Been a couple weeks. He spent a decent amount, got there. And I'm not saying it was him that had pumped the price today, because we are up 6.9%. Everyone comment nice down below with the 69. And we are actually at over $700,000 in volume, which should not be anything of significance, but it is. Normally we have less than 600. We have that. What's been pumping the price? I mean, it's, Dan and David had done, David had come on my podcast for, like an hour and a half. That definitely helped. Dan and David released a video themselves with somebody else interviewing them. They did like a 30-minute interview there. The sentiment has really turned around. I mean, you have a lot of people realizing, and a lot of other people, like you say, like Jordan Riz, who had mentioned that, he had remortgaged his house twice for OMI. And okay, well, what happened? You have some people that had gone on and said, this is a bad move. And then other people, again, successful people going into his, again, Jordan is a entrepreneur. I mentioned this in the last video, super successful regardless. But other people are doing other similar things. There are multiple other whales that are going to be buying in the next couple weeks. And you do have multiple other whales that are having big money set aside for a potential 00045 area. Does it get there? I have no idea. Could we have another leg down? Sure. But I got up to 170 million myself. I will try to get up to 175 by the end of this quarter. I don't know if it's going to happen. I will get a couple million more before the end of the quarter. Like, I'll probably get up to 173-ish, give or take. 175 will be hard, but I think I can do it. If the prices stay down here, I should get 200 million OMI by the end of the year. And a lot of people are like, why don't you get something like Immutable X? I think Immutable X is great. I love Immutable X. I love the team. I love the founders. I love the product. Like, everyone in gaming's on Immutable X. But their market cap is a lot higher than OMI's, and they don't have a fully diluted market cap. Like, there's a lot of token unlocks that have to go and be unlocked, and I just don't like that. I just don't want that to happen. So, when I go in and I take a look at OMI, I just think it happens to have a little bit of a better ROI. Obviously, it's not financial advice, not a financial advisor to you guys. That being said, I do need to move on. I don't want to spend all the video talking about OMI. I'm going to move on talking about some Veve stuff. We'll start with the Miles Ultra Rare versus Luke Secret Rare long term. So we'll talk about all the others. The chase ones or I don't want to say the chase ones, the ones that I think are a little bit more coveted, that people really, really like the artwork and the look for, are the rares. For the Miles and the Luke, you have the rare, the ultra rare, the secret rare. The rares for the Miles, you got the awesome sneakers, you got the hoodie. Looks really cool. Everyone really likes that look. For the Luke Skywalker, you like the rare because it's animated and it has sound. Now I'm gonna show you something when it comes to the Luke Skywalker NFT. The secret rare and the ultra rare. If you're not taking a look at it, if you can't, you're just listening. If you took away the label, I guarantee you 99% of people on this app would not be able to tell the difference between the rare and the ultra rare. In case you could not see it on the app, I'll do it for you right now. Ultra rare is like this, and the secret rare is like this. That's it. That is the difference. And again, it's not like one of them has 250 mints and the other has over 1,000 mints. One has 519, which really means 429, and the other has like 956, whatever, 959, whatever it is. They're pretty much the same thing. One just has a different label. So there's not really too much difference. So if you have, I don't know, do I want a secret rare, a secret rare for $1,100? or do I want a ultra rare that is 18% of that? I mean, if I had to spend $1,000, I'd rather just get 5 ultra rare. Like why would I not do that? So the secret rare does have a little bit working against it. It's the scarcest, which is cool, but it's not. So that's the secret rare, which I put as whatever in the Luke Skywalker thing. It's rare. People are going to want it just because it's Luke. Let's talk about Miles real quick. Okay, that secret rare is already a grail. That secret rare, $11,800 for the floor, and that's a sub 100, sub 94. Most people are never going to be able to get that, and that's in a bear market, dude. In a bull market, 50, 80,000, 100,000. There's not so many people that can get that, and it's also wild if you go into the burn section for it, and you go and you take a look. I'll go through it right now. It's wild to go to the secret rare, saying only 250 editions, which means 160, and then seeing a burned edition. It's absolutely bananas. Anyway, most people are not going to be able to get that ultra rare Miles, or the secret rare Miles. You're just not. Working paycheck to paycheck, you can come up with $1,000. Like most people can. It might take them a little bit, but they can. Coming up with 5 figures, most people cannot do that. And even if they could, to buy it on one thing, just most people are not going to do. So out of that said, most people are not going to get that secret rare, even if they could. Then you have but the secret rare is animated. None of the other ones are. The Miles rare is really good. Everyone likes the hoodie. I did advise my whale to get a sub 100 version of him. I think it was like 900 something bucks. I think it was a really good deal. Okay, but what about the ultra rare? Well, the good thing it has working for it is that the secret rare is so out of reach. It's so out of touch. If you want Miles like with some webbing in there, he's not animated, but if you want a Miles in a cool pose, you can get him. The other one is good, and people really love that artwork. I think they would like the rare Miles better than the ultra rare. Just the rare Miles has a little bit more editions at 1750. That rare has 1,000, or the ultra rare has 1,000. The rare 1750. But because you can't get that secret rare, or most people can't, they're going to get the ultra rare. That's the opposite thing with Luke. The Luke secret rare is not out of reach, but because things are relatively and there's not a big difference in between that secret rare and that ultra rare. There is $800 difference, but there is a $11,000 difference between the Miles secret rare and the Miles ultra rare. There's only a couple $100 difference between the ultra rare and the rare. But I would say Miles ultra rare is probably going to outperform the Luke secret rare. I know it sounds crazy, sounds wild. That being said, there are not a ton of Star Wars fans in here yet. Not a ton of fans in general in here yet, but there will be. If I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I don't know. We'll see. Another thing that was asked that I really want to go over is somebody had asked, Double C, he asked, I really thought this full animated Infinity Gauntlet was going to do better than this. And there's 2 ways of looking at this. One way of looking at it is like, listen, I lit $1,400 on fire. If you use the Eye of Agamotto secret rare, and this gauntlet is only $250. Take that back, it's $225. So you could be really salty about that, and I think that person was. But and you could do it the other way. You could maybe use $450. You do it with very cheaply. In which case, okay, I think that makes sense. If you get all the Infinity Stones, might cost you $450. With that uncommon Eye of Agamotto. And then what happens? Okay, you do this, and now it's $225. Okay, so you paid $450 for them. Now you have something that's worth $225. Why is that good? Well, you're going to get the Thinking Thanos airdrop, the Philosopher Thanos, and that'll probably be $200. So you kind of do an even trade. You get to craft. I think it's cool. That secret rare Eye of Agamotto, 869 of those have been burned so far in order to get that secret rare, and they will get that super awesome Battle Thanos. But at 869 mints, as of right now, they still have a couple weeks left to mint. I don't think you get your money back. I think that is going to be a net negative as far as money goes. That being said, you could get a random really cool mint number. I think it'd be dope. I think it'd be boss. I think the Philosopher Thanos, maybe $100 to $200. I think the battle mode statue Thanos probably gonna be over $500. I'd probably say like even like 700 or 800, unless we get to like over 1,000 of them, in which case probably be a little less. But here's the thing: we had someone, I mentioned this the other day, that had said, and this person's usually very negative on Veve. He had said, listen, I was excited to craft. He said that I didn't care that it cost me $1,450 in order to craft this. They were excited, and clearly a lot of other people were too. Why would you craft and sell, and have the floor this low? The fact that people are excited, super pumped to go and light $1,400 on fire and not get back what they put in is a testament to the fact that Veve has locked in on something insanely special that I don't think people quite understand what it is yet. The way I'll try to explain it is, in the rougher parts of the Middle East, and you got some fireworks going on in the back, and you have to put on your battle rattle, and you have to go to a shelter in place. It doesn't matter if you're working, doesn't matter if you're in your sleep cycle, and you're probably going to be there a couple hours until the fighting's over. Now, every single one of my friends have, at one point in time in their career, when they're supposed to put on their battle rattle, they're supposed to go to shelter in place, they have opted to sleep instead of doing that, where they know full well that a firework, that's a word I'll use for it, can come in through the roof and unalive everyone in there. They're just like, nah. They get so little sleep. You get so little sleep while you're deployed. It's like, nope, no, I don't care. Just gonna sleep. In that same breath, I'll say Veve has locked into what the government has done to the military. They've, in this way, it's a lot better. It's more fun. They go and they say, hey, do this crafting, do this one thing of gamification. People will 100% light up over 4 figures on fire, and they will be happy about it. It's been proven, and that is that I when I realized that fact on stream before, I realized I did not have enough OMI. I did not have enough Veve NFTs. I did not have enough of this. This is insane. And extrapolating this, we did this when there's 15,000 active users each week, 18,000 maybe. What happens when we have 1 million active users and people are just burning stuff left and right? Oh my God, this is bananas. Anyway, moving on. Also, I brought up Star Wars before. People were like very salty that like, oh, this drop hadn't sold out. This is bad. Why are people celebrating? This is a god awful drop. This was not successful. My guys. First off, I got a really cute Rancor, sub 100 for $130. There are deals to be had here, ladies and gentlemen. Deals to be had. And I will get more into sub 100s and other stuff in a little bit, but I do want to go over this first. As of the making of this video, it has been 12 hours and 22 minutes since the drop, and Veve has grossed $147,780. How on earth is that not successful? That is hugely successful. I don't think David and Dan have anywhere ever said that their goal was to sell out any drop. Their goal is to deliver an amazing product to the people, is to please the people, and unfortunately you do have a couple of flippers that maybe don't care about long term. Again, did this sell out? No. Again, their goal is not to sell out. Their goal is to deliver an amazing product and make people happy. I'm very happy. Whales are happy. A lot of other people are happy. It's just some of the flippers that are just trying to be really negative, maybe just because they can't flip certain things, or because they're fighting to try to get prices down. I don't know. What I do know is that in no way is an additional 150K to Veve's top line is that bad. There's no, and that's before any of the secondary market fees. I think this is very good. And of course, everyone's saying, okay, Chavez, why are you so... People made this accusation saying, like, why are you so bullish on sub 100s and Marvel Mighties. You started buying these like 6 months ago. Did David tell you something, guys? David might come on the podcast every now and then. We don't like email every day. I see him maybe twice a year. The same, and the only reason I do that is because like I go to the same events that he happens to be at. It's not like, oh, like we go to each other's house for Thanksgiving. I have no idea where he lives. I have no idea any of that stuff. The reason why I like sub 100s, it should be for most people, one, because they're unique. They're 2-digit. They're special. Most everything are 3 or 4 or 5 digits. They're 2 digits. There's only 59 of them available. They are the chase. It doesn't matter what collectible you go after. It could be Moana. It could be Rancor. It could be Boba Fett. Every single collectible, depending on how many of the they hold back. Like there's for the secret rare or the orange Lamborghini, the number 45 was held back in the 90 that they had held back. Okay, so you don't have 59, you have 58 there. But most every collectible will have 59 sub 100s, number 41 through 99. And that's very scarce. That it doesn't matter what you have, that's a chase mint. Now, obviously, you have other ones that are like 69 is super special. 420 is also very special. Birth dates, any date that's significant to that particular drop, sure. But there are only 59 2-digit mints that are available. That's why I'm really bullish on a lot of sub 100s. That's why I'm advising my whale to get a bunch of sub 100s. Or my new whale. The reason why I like the Marvel Mighties is because you would have to imagine that David and Dan had talks with Marvel. Veve and Marvel probably had talks going over the significance of the first appearance label. And they still give most of the first appearances, especially a lot of significant ones, to the Marvel Mighties. Why? Probably for a reason. I don't know anything, but come on, guys. Logic dictates it should. Anyway, guys, that's it for me. Please comment, like, and subscribe. Comments are good for the YouTube algorithm. Everyone say bye-bye to Dashi. Bye-bye, Dashi. I love you guys. Goodbye.